I've seen a chiropractor most of my life, and that's about 60 years, I'll admit to.
I had pain in my lower left back to the point where I could walk, but I couldn't exert any vertical force. Now, since I've been adjusted, it's perfect.
I've been a nurse for now almost 27 years. I believe you guys have saved my back and saved my life.
My wife and I opened up the practice in Medford over 25 years ago, and we've been here successfully treating patients ever since. We treat all kinds of conditions that are related directly to the spine, from back injuries, neck, low back, mid-back pain. People come in with pain from the neck radiating out of the arm, causing numbness, tingling, weakness in the hands and in the fingers, sciatic pains where people have problems coming from their back, down their leg, right to the feet, limiting their activities.
We were in a car accident and I wasn't feeling well afterwards, and it was recommended that I was probably out of alignment, and I didn't know what it meant, and someone said, I think you need to go to a chiropractor.
Well, like she said, we started coming because we were in an accident, and somebody said, well, maybe you should see a chiropractor, and I said, what? But we came, and you feel better afterwards. I admit that.
I used to wake up with migraines that would make me feel extremely nauseous, and I couldn't even open my eyes. Light and noise was horrible. And I would take strong medicine in order to get rid of the headache. I'd have to go back to sleep, and a couple hours later I'd wake up and it'd be okay. But it was very strong medicine. Now I hardly ever take it.
I studied nutrition at Cornell and was practicing as a clinical nutritionist for a while, and I realized I wanted to do more. When a person first comes to our office, they get a complete examination to see whether or not we can help them. The doctors consult together to determine what is the optimal treatment plan for the patient. Every patient is going to receive very individualized care. No two patients get the same type of treatment. The common question we get from patients is this going to hurt? The answer is no. In fact, it feels wonderful. Patients love getting adjusted, and we do some very gentle, effective muscle work along with the adjustment, which just enhances the treatment and makes it a wonderful experience for everyone.
I was a little nervous on my first visit just because I've always wanted to come to a chiropractor, but I was always nervous. Everyone always saying, well, the way they crack your neck and everything. But after that initial visit, the doctor was extremely nice, and she talked me through absolutely everything, showed me everything that she was doing, so it was fantastic.
You know, a coworker actually recommended I might, try out a chiropractor, and I was willing to try anything at that point. It had been maybe 6 months. I'm going with this injury, which was, a really long time for a 23, 24-year-old. The difference after the first adjustment was, it blew my mind. So literally after the first adjustment, I knew I was onto something there, so.
I had some pain in my shoulder and didn't know what it was, and I was going to go see the physical therapist. Greg said, why don't you go to the chiropractor that I've been going to for a while? And so I came in and I had the shoulder issue looked at. We found sort of all these issues, but it was great because finding those issues finally showed me what was wrong and why I was in pain.
We treat a lot more than just low back pain. We treat headaches, we treat TMJ disorder, which is jaw pain, basically anything musculoskeletal. We very frequently refer patients, whether it's x-rays, MRIs, CAT scans. If the MRI results or CT scans show that it's something that is beyond our scope of practice, then we will refer patients frequently either to a neurologist or an orthopedist or sometimes a podiatrist. Depending on what the problem is, we'll send them to the specialist that they need to see. The human body is the person's own responsibility, and so we teach them how to take care of it when they're not here. And not only that, we give a workshop a couple of times a month for us to teach our patients how to work on the muscles for their loved ones.
When I pull a muscle and if I let it go, it disaligns my spine, if that's a word. And then I find it takes much longer. So I now know that if I come in and take care of it right away, I'm not going to be faced with 6 weeks of pain.
Being a personal trainer, I recommend chiropractic care to patients that I can tell definitely have issues with tightness in their neck and things like that. So I've recommended 3 or 4 already here and a couple more on the way.
You taught me ergonomics of how to lift as well, to maintain. You taught me exercises. I am completely pain-free. I feel as though I can do anything.
Every patient here is treated as if they're a guest, with the service from the front end at the desk all the way to the back end of the office with the billing, and then the care, of course, from the doctors. Everybody is given the time that they needed, that they deserve. We want everybody to do better and get well.
The staff here is phenomenal.
They are always there to help. They never say no if you need to come in.
They make you feel welcome, even when it's a bad day.
When I have questions or need something from my insurance company, they are happy to help out.
Medford Chiropractic Center has received many awards. 10 years and counting, we've received Best of Medford and one of the 27 most curative chiropractors in the country by Self Magazine.